Everyone on Marrow Lane knew to avoid 213. The house was dead quiet all year, peeling paint, boarded windows, and a sagging porch too warped to walk on. But come Halloween, it transformed. Every October 31st, without fail, red and yellow circus lights flickered to life. Animatronic clowns filled the yard, frozen in garish grins, arms outstretched like they were waiting for a hug. And the music, that horrible, wheezing carnival tune. It never played quite right, too slow, too warped, like someone recorded it underwater. Kids used to flock to it. Free king-sized candy bars, full treat bags, and the thrill of being creeped out. But over time, something changed. The kids who went in came back, off. They stopped laughing, stopped talking. They became quiet, stiff, smiling too much, and blinking too little. No one had seen the owners of the house, not in years, not once. No deliveries, no cars, no lights but Halloween. The neighborhood learned to stay away, except Mason. Mason was 13 and bored of boring. Halloween had become stupid. Costumes for kids, candy for toddlers. But the clown house? That still gave people chills. So when the neighborhood kids dared him to knock on the front door, he didn't hesitate. "Just touch the porch," they said. "You don't even have to go in." But Mason wanted more. He walked down the cracked path alone. The clowns didn't move, not until he hit the porch steps. All at once, every clown snapped its head toward him. Their glassy eyes lit red, and the music stopped. Then the front door creaked open with a long, wet groan, and standing in the frame was a clown. Its makeup looked painted into its skin. The grin was too wide. The teeth were real. It didn't speak. It just lifted one gloved hand and beckoned. Mason stepped inside, and the door slammed shut. The hallway behind the door wasn't part of any house. It was canvas, striped red and gold like a circus tent. The walls pulsed slightly, like breathing, and the smell, cotton candy rotting under meat, burned Mason's throat. The floor was sawdust, the ceiling sagged with old banners, and lining the walls were booths, a popcorn machine churning hair, a ring toss using preserved fingers, a guess-your-weight scale that whispered numbers in Latin. Mason tried to turn back, but the door was gone. Only the tent, only the laughter. It echoed from everywhere, laughter that wasn't funny. He stumbled forward into a clearing. A spotlight flicked on. Rows of seats lined the shadows. Children filled them. Still, silent, all in costumes. But Mason recognized some of them, last year's trick-or-treaters. Their smiles didn't move. Their eyes were dry and glassy. Their mouths were open in silent, endless laughter. Mason turned to run, and the lights dimmed. The spotlight returned, this time on the center ring. The clown was there again, larger now, its arms longer, its head tilted like a broken doll. It wore Mason's backpack. It held a mic and spoke in a voice like a tape recorder running backward. He knocked. He will perform. A red rope dropped from the ceiling. Mason's feet lifted off the ground. He didn't scream. He couldn't. Red and yellow ribbons spilled from his mouth instead of words. He floated into the center ring, and the tent spun. The audience of children clapped, slow, stiff, mechanical, and their painted smiles began to peel. Behind them, hollow eyes. Behind the eyes, movement. The clown leaned in close to Mason's ear. It whispered something no one could hear, but Mason understood it completely. It said, "You're part of the act now." The next morning, the clown house was dead again. The animatronics were gone. No lights, no music. Just a quiet, rotting house. Mason showed up at school 2 days later, smiling. His friends asked him what happened. He said he didn't remember going trick-or-treating. Didn't remember any clowns. But he was different. He laughed at all the wrong moments. He stared a little too long, and during class he would hum softly to himself, a slow, broken carnival tune. That night, someone found a flyer on their porch. It was printed in red ink, wrinkled and wet. The circus returns one night only. And a note at the bottom, new acts welcome. Doors open at dusk,